up on the roof after Mrs. Rochester. He did his best to save her, but she jumped to her death. Unfortunately, he was on his way back down when the staircase gave way, and he fell.
Is that you, Mrs. Fairfax? Did you get some water for me? Mrs. Fairfax?
Yes, Mr. Rochester.
May I have the water, please? Thank you.
It is my pleasure.
Jane, is that you? Dear God, I'm going mad.
You are not mad, sir.
If I'm dreaming, never let me wake. These are Jane's lips, her cheek, her little fingers.
And her voice. You are not dreaming. I am truly here.
My own sweet Jane.
I have come back. I will be your companion, your nurse, your eye.
I don't want a companion. Neither do I want a nurse. I might have known. So you have come back to take pity on a poor blind man. Is that it? Who told you?
No one told me. I have thought about you every day since I left. I have fought my emotions and I cannot fight them any longer. I've travelled for 2 days without stopping, and when I saw Thornfield, I feared that...
A ruin. Like myself.
You are no lifeless ruin, sir. You are wounded, but still full of life and vigour. Edward.
So, you didn't find a husband then?
I met someone who wanted to marry me.
No doubt he's young and handsome.
Yes. And he's a good and honourable man.
So why are you here then? Why aren't you with him?
I came to see you.
Well, take a good look. Think how lucky you are. It was a narrow escape. You could have been married to this hideous, blind wreck.
I can think of nothing better.
Your visit is very much appreciated, Jane. But I think it is best if you go now. For go you shall. And it would be less painful on the heart if it was sooner rather than later.
I will not go. You can say what you want. I will never leave your side again. If you throw me out of this house, then I will pound against the door until you let me in. Don't you understand? I want no other. I love you.
How can you love me like this? Do not speak these words out of pity, Jane. What good am I to you? How can I take care of you?
It is a pity to see your poor, wounded face. But you are not your wounds. The danger is that I will love you too much. For you are everything that matters in the world to me, Edward.
Jane. My heart will burst for want to see your face.
Touch it. Here. See with your hands. I've come home, Edward. I will never leave you again. I have been married to Edward 10 years now, and I love him as much today as the day I returned to Thornfield and saw him wounded and helpless. In our 3rd year together, he regained the sight in his right eye, and when our firstborn was put into his arms, he could see his own likeness. I am truly blessed, for I now know what it is to have found love.